The Comedy MX Entertainment Channel spotlights unique videos found nowhere else. Visit World Fairs, see atomic explosions, the golden age of trains, rare comedy features. You can even see the USA in your Chevrolet. It starts with a big capital E that stands for enjoy and never ends. So indulge your passions and binge watch all night.
A story about a man. Through the ground from a bubbling. Oh, black moon, Texas. Well,
Ain't that a pretty tree?
Prettiest I ever did see.
Mr. Drysdale and Miss Jane said they was going to surprise us, and they sure enough did. What you looking for, Granny?
Looking for the hole in the roof.
What hole in the roof?
The hole in the roof that snow comes from. Why, looky yonder. It's all over the tree and all over the floor. Ellie, you sweep it up before it gets to melting and gets everything soggy. Jethro, you climb up on the roof and patch the hole that it come through.
Yeah, I don't think this is snow at all.
It ain't cold and it don't melt.
Well, I bet you this is what they call artificial snow.
I don't care what you call it. Get up on the roof and patch the hole it come through.
I reckon Jethro means this Beverly Hills snow ain't the kind that falls down from the sky.
Yeah, that's right. You just throw this around by hand.
Pitiful place, pitiful. Don't even know how to snow proper out here.
Granny, Christmas ain't no day to go lambasting Beverly Hills again.
Hey, everybody, let's open a present.
Yeah. Hey, come on, Granny.
Oh, put me down, you big...
Hey, Ellie Mae, this one's to you from Miss Jane. Listen to this. To Ellie Mae, so sweet and fair. Use this gift to have dry hair.
Sounds like it's gonna rain.
Hey, Jethro, this one here is for you. Heavy, too.
Hey, it's from Mr. and Mrs. Drysdale. What do you think's in it?
Well, there's one way to find out.
Open it up.
Look, Pa, it's a hat.
Ain't that pretty? Feels like a rain hat.
Yeah, this'll sure enough keep my hair dry when I'm walking in the rain.
What's this hose for in the back?
Well, I reckon that's to let the water drain off.
Hey, Uncle Jed. Look what I got, a brand new suit of clothes.
Looks like it's made out of rubber.
Fella sure could keep dry in this rascal.
I reckon it's for walking in the rain like Ellie's hat.
I reckon these go on my feet.
Be kind of awkward walking in these. I'll tell you what, Jethro. Why don't you put the whole thing on, we'll see how it looks.
Hey, yes, sir, Uncle Jed.
What you got there, Granny?
Near as I can figure, it's one of them electric washing machines like we got out back. Only this one's got a clothes drying rack on it.
A lot fancier than that other machine.
So dad blame fancy, I can't figure out how to get the clothes in it.
Let's see now. They got a knob here marked on. Let's turn that and see what happens.
A lot quieter than the other one.
I don't think it's working, Granny.
Don't hardly see how it could. No way to put water in it.
Maybe it's lighting up.
Look yonder.
It's done got water in it.
Water in it. Look at that.
There's fish in there. Ellie Mae?
I didn't see it. Dad, come and shut this thing off! Quick!
What'd you see?
I ain't telling, but one thing's certain. I ain't gonna wash none of our clothes in there until that water's been changed.
Well, give us a pretty washing machine, Paul.
The Drysdales. Oh, Ellie, did you get Miss Drysdale's present?
Sure did. I'll fetch it.
What's that girl got on her head?
Oh, that's her new rain hat. Miss Jane gave it to her.
I thought it wasn't supposed to rain out here much.
Sure it is.
What kind of a varmint is that?
It's what Miss Drysdale wants most of all for Christmas. A mink.
Well, Miss Drysdale especially wanted a full-length mink. Is this one fill the bill?
Yes, sir. It's as long as they come.
I know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask you anyway. You didn't by any chance steal this critter, did you?
No, sir.
Well, I knowed you hadn't, but Miss Drysdale made such a point of it. She said she didn't want no mink stole.
Just what I wanted most of all. A full-length mink.
Well, I'm glad you like it, dear. Well, now, I gotta dash over to the Clampetts before they go outside and discover their boat.
Their what?
We gave them a boat for Christmas, among other things. And I had the boat company deliver it and put it right in front of their door. Oh, Ravenswood, the skipper dressed?
Very nearly, sir. A boat and a skipper? Isn't that overdoing it?
All part of a very clever strategy, Margaret. Now, if I can get Jed hooked on sailing, Jethro and Ellie Mae on skin diving, and Granny on deep-sea fishing, they'll never want to go back to the hills. Those are things you can't do without an ocean.
But, Milburn, I don't want them to stay here.
But, Margaret, I do. Now, you don't get coats like that with bottle caps. And just for insurance, I gave them a television set. That's something else they can't get back in the hills.
The skipper is ready, sir. Here he is, sir. Why, it's an ape.
Oh, no, it's a chimp. And Ellie Mae will be crazy about it.
Oh, I hope so, sir. I would not like to add to my regular duties the daily grooming and dressing of a anthropoid.
Well, let's take him next door. We'll put him on the boat, ring the doorbell, and run.
Yes, sir. Madam. After you, sir.
Looks like an overgrown tadpole.
Lucky, I got one like Jethro, too.
Sure is hot in this thing.
Reckon it was meant to be worn mostly in the rain.
How come the Drysdales are giving us so much rain stuff when it ain't supposed to rain out here?
Maybe they know something we don't, Granny.
Well, I'm gonna get out of this thing.
There goes that rascal playing that music again.
You'd think he'd learn something new for Christmas.
Yeah, I heard somebody drive off.
Maybe it's that fella that plays the music.
Well, we can't begrudge him taking Christmas Day off. Granny, you recollect hearing it rain last night?
No.
How about you, Ellie?
No, sir, I didn't hear it.
Well, we must have slept through a regular cloudburst.
What you mean?
What I mean is that sometime during the night, somebody sailed a boat up our driveway.
How do you reckon anybody could sail a boat up here?
I don't see no high water mark on the house.
Well, if there wasn't no water, he must have got caught in a heap of wind. Hey, fetch Jethro out here. I'm going to need help moving this thing.
Yes, sir, Paul.
Well, whoever done this was a mighty poor sailor.
Yeah, Granny, maybe he was just celebrating a mite too much last evening.
Let's face it, he was drunk as a skunk.
See if he's still in there. Granny, we don't want want to mean-mouth that sailor too much. If I looked like that, I might take to drink myself.
Great clouds of blue gnats. That's the hairiest, ugliest sailor I ever did see.
Granny, we don't want to hurt his feelings. He might have got lost at sea and hadn't had a chance to shave.
Come on out, you're saved. We help you.
Yeah, don't be afraid. You're on dry land now. You're among friends.
He ain't coming out.
Maybe he don't understand our kind of talk. Maybe he ain't American.
I hope he ain't. He's no bigger than this and bow-legged to boot.
My doggers, I'm glad he ain't one of our boys, too. If that's a sample of what's running our Navy, our country's in for a whole heap of trouble.
Come on out, sailor boy. We'll give you some victuals.
Maybe we gotta talk sailor talk to him.
You know any sailor talk?
Well, I heard some. Let's see, hoist your landlubber and starboard your anchor out of there.
That ought to get him.
He ain't budging.
Yonder, dear Jethro.
Hot diggity dog, is this ship ourn?
No, I think it's wood.
There's a little sailor boy in there.
He looks like a monkey.
Shh, Jethro, don't say things like that. He don't want to come out as it is.
Why, there's what you call a chimpanzee.
Thank goodness he ain't an American boy.
I'll go fetch him out.
Well, I reckon if anybody can make a sailor leave his boat, it's Ellie Mae. Jethro, you'd best go along with her. From the looks of him, he's been to sea a powerful long time. Yes, sir, Uncle Jed.
Oh, come on, Margaret, hurry up.
I'm coming, Milburn. Who are we going to drop in on? The Art Linkletters? The George Burnses? The Jack Denny's?
The Jed Clampetts.
I refuse to go slumming on Christmas.
Don't suit yourself. Oh, I understand they have a sensational gift for you.
Oh? What is it?
Well, who knows? With their millions, it could be the Hope Diamond.
It is the season of goodwill. Come along, dear.
Hey, Granny, is Biddle's about ready? I'm hungry.
Be ready in a minute. Where's your Uncle Jed?
He's still outside puzzling over what to do with that there boat.
Well, go sit at the table and wait.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, you don't expect me to sit at the table with him?
Why not?
Well, he's a chimpanzee.
I don't care what country he's from. He's hungry, and he's welcome at my table. Did he wash his hands nice and clean, Ellie?
Yes, ma'am. Show Granny your hands.
Ah, that's just dandy. Did you like your grits and jowls, little sailor boy? He don't talk much, but he has a right friendly smile.
Heel all scuttlebutt! Dousage your poop hole! Howdy there, Mr. and Mrs. Drysdale. Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, the same to you.
And many, many more.
I'm sorry about this boat kind of blocking the driveway here. It was sailed up there last night by a little critter called a chimpanzee.
Oh, no. The chimpanzee didn't do it. He's a present for Ellie Mae.
From Milburn and me, we know how fond the dear girl is of critters.
Well, thank you very much.
I had the boat put there, Mr. Clampett. It's a gift for you.
From Milburn and me, we know how fond you are of outdoorsy things.
Yes. Oh, by the way, you'll find a trailer for the boat in your garage.
Trailer?
From Milburn and me, we know how fond
Margaret,
you are.
it has wheels. You can put the boat on it and haul it any place you'd like to go.
Well, we sure are obliged for all the nice things you give us. We got a mighty nice present for you, too, Miss Drysdale.
How big? I mean, how nice.
Well, speaking of size, Ellie Mae says it's the biggest there is.
Oh, you shouldn't have done it.
We shouldn't? Well, we could always take it back.
Oh, no. That was just an expression like diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Margaret, why don't you go on in? There are some features of the boat I'd like to point out to Mr. Clampett.
Yes, dear. See you later. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. It's working beautifully, isn't it?
I guess so. Where all the water coming from?
From Lake Erie,
Where's it going?
Lake Ontario.
Well, I hope it don't flood our house on the way.
Oh, Granny, you're so droll. Mr. Clampett tells me you have a gift for me.
You betcha we have. Ellie Mae's got it out back, playing with it.
Oh, my goodness, I hope she doesn't lose it.
Oh, no, she's got it on a chain.
Oh, well, let's hurry anyway, huh?
All right. You beat me eating bananas, but you gotta admit I whooped you eating grits. And I bet you I can beat you drinking milk, too. First, I gotta rest a mite.
Hello? You and Skipper run out back and fetch Ellie Mae. Tell her Miss Drysdale's here for her present.
Yes, Miss Granny. Oh, howdy, Miss Drysdale.
Hello, Jethro, dear boy. Hello, little sailor.
He don't talk American.
No, ma'am, he's a chimpanzee. Come on, Skipper.
Sit down, Miss Drysdale, while we're waiting for Ellie Mae, and I'll give you your other present.
Oh, another present?
Yes, ma'am. This here is my special Christmas gift pack, chock full of good things to eat.
Oh, it's simply beautiful. What are these divine-looking morsels?
Well, up here we have deviled hawk eggs, pickled crow gizzards, possum sausages, candied catfish, and over here we have some larrapin' good little teensy owl burgers.
Please, no more.
Got your mouth to watering, huh? Well, hip yourself. It's Christmas.
Miss Drysdale, I'm awful sorry, but I lost your present.
Oh, no.
Yes, ma'am. I was playing with it by the cement pond, and the chain broke, and it got away, and I just can't find it.
This is terrible. This is tragic. Oh.
Awful sorry, Granny.
Oh, don't worry, Ellie. I'll make it up to her. I'll give her 2 of my special Christmas gift packs.
Yes, Mr. Clampett, I predict that you're going to get many, many hours of enjoyment from that little craft. Boating has become a tremendously popular sport here in... How do you like that? That hunk of fur lying on the floor is worth $10,000.
You don't say. I only paid 2 bits for him when he was a pup. Did you hear that? You're worth $10,000, you old rascal.
No, I was referring to this hunk of fur, my wife's brand new coat.
Oh,
I gave it to her this morning, and already she leaves it lying around on the floor.
that fur cost you $10,000?
Yes, it did.
That's a heap of money to pay to keep warm, and a place is warm to start off with.
Yes, you're right. But this is a Beverly Hills status symbol.
Oh.
By golly, I'm going to teach her a lesson. That woman thinks my money grows on trees.
Where are you going, Mr. Drysdale?
I'm going to take this home and hide it. I'll see you later.
Duke, I never will understand these city husbands.
Back home, when a woman done something to rile her man, he'd just take her over his knee and whomp her a few. Mr. Drysdale's fixing to play hide and seek.
We want to get a better look at Skipper's boat.
Well, that's our boat. Jethro is a present for Mr. and Mrs. Drysdale. Oh, by the way, Ellie Mae, did you give Miss Drysdale her present?
I'm awful sorry, Pop. I was playing with the little critter, and it got away.
Miss Drysdale is fit to be tied.
Yeah, you ought to see her, Uncle Jed. Well, she's crawling around on her hands and knees, rooting through the bushes like a hungry hog. Come on, Skip.
It ain't funny, Jethro. She done give the little critter a name and everything.
You don't say.
Yes, sir, she calls it Jim. She's a-crawling around a-moaning and a-saying, where is it? Where's my beautiful Jim?
You think Ellie Mae is fond of critters? Why, that woman is like to go out of her mind over that pesky little varmint.
What'd you say you called it again, Ellie?
A mink. I offered to give her my squirrel, my polecat, or my possum, or anything. She wouldn't even listen. She just went right ahead a-moaning and a-rooting.
I even offered her 2 of my special gift packs. Even that didn't quieten her down.
Well, when that little mink gets hungry, he'll show up. Come on, let's go look at our boat.
Hey, Skipper, this boat is something else. Why, there's beds down here and even a wash basin. Here, hey, let me try that.
Get up on it, Granny.
I don't think so. It might just up and sail off with me.
Oh, you can sail off without water. Jethro, you gotta bring your truck around so we can find some water to sail this rascal.
Oh, yes, sir. Hey, Uncle Jed. Hey, what's this thing?
Well, Miss Drysdale told me that's a lifesaver.
Oh, diggity dog. It's the biggest one I ever did see.
Jethro, it ain't for eating.
You can say that again. Got no taste at all.
Oh, where's my mink? Where's my beautiful mink? It's gone. Oh, dear. Melbourne! 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 Oh!
Your husband's gone home, Miss Drysdale.
My mink is gone. My beautiful full-length mink. Has anyone seen it?
Oh, but come supper time, it's liable to show up.
Oh, disastrous day.
Oh, now calm down. Wouldn't you just as lief have a rabbit or a squirrel or a raccoon?
No, I want my mink. Melbourne! Melbourne!
You're right, Granny. Even Ellie wouldn't be that grieved over a lost critter, especially one she never laid eyes on.
The poor woman is so busted up she even forgot my special gift packs.
Well, we can take them over later.
Yeah, and the special one I made for Mr. Drysdale. It's 4 feet high, and right in the middle it has a smoked pig with a hedge apple in his mouth.
That ought to cheer him up. Oh, good. Here comes Jethro and Ellie on the truck. Now we can go out and find some water to float our boat in.
Who's that sitting up there beside Ellie?
That's Skipper. Looks like they got a coat and a hat on her.
I'd give Skipper Ain't Pearl's old hat and coat, because he's from the warm country now. Here's your wraps.
That's fine, Ellie. Well, Jethro, where you reckon we ought to look first?
Well, I hear tell there's a Los Angeles River. How about that?
Well, sounds like that ought to float a good-sized boat. Let's get rolling. Beautiful, beautiful.
They call that thing a river?
Oh, yes, ma'am, Granny. That there's what they call the Los Angeles River.
Well, there ain't enough water down there to wet down a good-sized crawdad, is there, Paul?
Pitiful, pitiful. Well, it's for certain we can't float our boat in there.
What are we gonna do then, Uncle Jed?
Let's take a drive around and see what other folks does with their boats.
How about we drive up onto the freeway?
Let's go.
Hey, Uncle Jed, yonder is a boat.
That boat was rolling on wheels.
Mr. Drysdale give us wheels for our boat, too.
Yonder goes another one.
Let's get off the freeway, Jethro. Try some other streets. Now, everybody keep your eyes peeled for water and boats.
Yonder's one.
There's a whole lot full. On wheels, too.
Watch out, Jethro. You'll run into that.
Uncle Jed.
My doggies, they's all on wheels. Well, that was a dandy ride. I know now why Mr. Drysdale gave us them wheels for our boat.
There's not enough water in this place to boil an egg, let alone float a boat.
Oh, we gonna put our boat on wheels and haul it around the street?
Well, that wouldn't be much fun. You can't dive off it, you can't fish off it, you can't...
Well, I don't know, Jethro. It must be some fun or all them people wouldn't be doing it.
Come here, quick.
What's the matter, Granny?
No wonder we couldn't find any water. Looky here. Even the washing machine is dried up.
Well, it's been a dry Christmas, but a right merry one.
Listen. Raymond. Starring Ray Bolger as Raymond Wallace. Francis Carrot as Jenny.
You may laugh, madam, but a device like that could save 100 million man-hours of bad dispositions just today alone. Merry Christmas, Mike.
Merry Christmas, Ray. Tell me, do you have a patent on this idea?
I've decided to give it to the world. And a Merry Christmas again, Mike.
Well, thank you very much, Ray. And such a pretty package. I think I'll take it right home and put it under the tree.
I wrapped it myself.
Did you now?
That bow is a new development of mine. I use a curling iron and Scotch tape.
Oh, I've been using the hot wax process all my own. But I don't think they're near as pretty as this one.
Oh, it's nice of you to say so, Mike.
Hey, wait for me!
Hiya. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. It's a nice spirit this Christmas, isn't it?
It's a wonderful spirit. I think maybe people are just tired of worrying and of being scared and of not feeling happy.
Uncle Ray? Did I keep you waiting, Uncle Ray?
Nope.
Merry Christmas, Mike.
Well, what do you... Thank you, young lady. Curling iron?
No, I scraped them with scissors and they curl by themselves.
Well, thanks again, Jenny. I'll be delivering my presents tomorrow morning. Who was it that once said every great idea has been thought of once before?
You know who said that?
Who?
He did. Well, Jenny, how does the Christmas spirit today compare with the Christmas spirit when you were a girl?
I think it's better.
I imagine people were less troubled way back in those days, though.
What makes people troubled?
Oh, almost anything you can name if it isn't handled right. Money, if you like it too much. People, if you won't give them a chance. Your worries, if you spend more time on them than you do on laughing.
I wish.
Go ahead. I've decided to grant a few well-chosen wishes today.
Well, there wouldn't be any trouble if you were everyone in the world.
If I were everyone in the world? Oh, think of all the taxes I'd have to pay.
Yes, but think of the presents you get.
Sure. But a whole world filled with nothing but me's. I just can't imagine that. Before I vote for your idea, you better tell me how it would be.
Well, if you were everyone in the world, and if it were a day just like today, and I was out doing my Christmas shopping,
Now, why don't you look wait? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much. And a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Taxi, miss?
Why, yes, I guess so.
Hop in. Where to?
Could you drive me to Coast and Cracker's Toy Emporium?
Certainly I could. What do you want to go there for? Them toys are so conceited.
Toys? Conceited?
Certainly. Toys that live in toy emporiums and not in toy stores is so stuck up they're no fun at all.
What do they do?
What do they do? Why, the toy steam shovels won't take nothing but clean dirt.
Yes?
And the toy water pistols won't shoot nothing but distilled water.
Yes?
And them walking dolls. Why, they won't walk unless they get a ride.
Well, where should I go then?
You ought to go down to Fogarty's toy basement.
Aren't the toys there stuck up too?
Nah. Why, them toys is the zenith, the pinnacle, the ultimate, the last word in fun and humility.
All right, then drive me to Fogarty's toy basement, please.
All right, then. Here we are. The basement's downstairs, miss.
Thank you.
Thank you for the thank you.
What kind of a doll is that?
she's a walking, talking, breathing, crying, sleeping, singing, dancing, eating doll. The only thing she can't do is pay for herself.
How much is she?
I can only say she isn't worth it. But now this doll is worth every cent she costs. And under certain conditions, she doesn't cost a cent.
Can she talk?
No, but you should only know some of the wonderful thoughts she had.
Can she cry?
Now, if she belonged to the right girl, what would she have to cry about?
Could I hold her?
Of course, madam. She was designed for precisely that purpose.
How much does she cost?
Now, she's always been a hard-working, thrifty little doll, so she saved a little money of her own.
She has?
So, if you want her, she's yours, along with the $7.30 she saved.
But how do you know she likes me?
She told me that the little girl she was meant for would say certain words. And she also told me that she would just die if she didn't take her.
Oh, I'll take her, all right.
Good. Well, now, I'll close out her account and send you a check.
Oh, you don't have to do that. Just give her money to somebody who can't afford a doll.
You see?
What?
Why, those are exactly the certain words she told me the right girl would say. So you must be the right one, all right.
I guess I am.
Well, I tell you, honey, I've never been so flattered in all my life. But the idea of my being everyone in the world, why, I wouldn't have anyone to talk with except myself. And talk about your dull conversation.
I don't think they'd be dull.
You don't? Why, I could put people to sleep at 50 paces just doing half the conversation. And there's another thing you haven't thought of.
What?
Well, I'd have to look at myself across the breakfast table every morning. As much as I appreciate the thought is appalling. Well, you better get on your rocket ship and head for home. You've got to be on the train for Boston in an hour.
I wish you were going with us, Uncle Ray.
Me too. But now you give my love to your grandmother and all the various and sundry relatives. Their presents are all in here. I don't think I've forgotten anyone. So, you make like a cargo plane with a tailwind, and I'll see you the day after New Year's.
Your present for me is on your mantel, but don't open it until tomorrow morning. Merry Christmas, Uncle Ray.
Merry Christmas, Uncle Ginny.
Merry Christmas.
Whoops. I'll deliver this one myself.
Okay, bye, Uncle Ray.
Bye. Have a good trip. Merry Christmas.
No, but he won't be early either. He always gets every place just exactly when he's supposed to. That's what you said before, but he's late this time. Look, it's 7 o'clock right now. Oh, your watch must be fast. Hear that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Here she goes. Now that we have the park to ourselves, let us try ourselves out and see if we're good enough to go caroling. Pitch an A, Treadwell. As fine an A as you'll ever hear. Now let us try Deck the Halls with Boughs of Holly. Gentlemen.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, la 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 la. La 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 la.
Well, I don't think there ever has been anyone quite as good as we are. But let us not waste all this on just us. Gentlemen, let us make our merry rounds. Man, bring on the vehicle. Hey, Michael! midnight clear.
It came upon the midnight clear, that glorious song of old, from angels bending near the earth to touch their hearts of gold. Peace on the earth, goodwill to men, from heaven's all gracious King. The world in solemn stillness lay to hear the angels sing. Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel. When a poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel.
Hasten, page, and bring me wine, food and pine logs hither.
Sire, that we may see him dine, let us bear them thither. Page and monarch trot for sure, holy joy possessing. Ye who too would bless the poor, shall yourselves find blessing. The sunlight shall ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Ah, that sounds fine, boys. How did the caroling go?
We fractured them on 72nd Street, and we laid them in the aisles on 86th Street, and we were invited in for refreshments over on 67th Street.
Oh, yeah. You should go on the road more often.
I'm proud of you, boys, and thank you so much for allowing me to come along. And now, I hope you have a Merry Christmas, surrounded by the one you love. And if you are alone, get on the telephone and call the ones you're thinking of. I know they're gonna love your present. I hope you like the ones that you get too. And now what I must do is wish you fond adieu and Merry Christmas. A Merry Christmas, a Merry Christmas to you.
We hope you have a Merry Christmas, surrounded by the ones you love. And if you are alone, get on the telephone and call the one you're thinking of. We know we're gonna love our presents. We hope you like the ones that you get too.
And now what I must do is wish you fond adieu and Merry Christmas. A Merry Christmas, a Merry Christmas to you. And a Merry Christmas to you, too.
I think you're going to like this picture.
Love That Bob, starring Bob Cummings.
Grandpa Collins, can I help you? Grandpa, can I help you?
You snubbed your bowl there, Chucky boy. These new cameras got a kind of a critical adjustment. Yeah. You can become a ruin it yourself, kid, if you ain't careful.
I still don't understand why you had to lug it all the way from Joplin.
Bob has even newer cameras at the studio.
Yes, the latest thing.
Now, look here, young rooster. I was just snapping pictures for, and they cracked your egg open.
Yes, I know, Grandpa.
Well, your paw was hatched, too.
Yes, I know.
Even your grandpappy.
Well, that's you.
And don't you forget it. Now, if you'll just stop flipping around like a mess of tadpoles on a flat rock, I'll take a chance here and blast one.
Grandpa Collins, my girl's waiting for me to take her to the school dance. I told her I'd pick her up at 8.
Well, just let her sit there and ripen a bit, Chucky boy. She'll be a lot sweeter to you if you need to.
You can carry that too far, Grandpa.
Now, look here, Magpie. I was just sparking the local chicks for, and they cracked your egg, too.
Yes, Grandpa.
Yeah. Well, your ma was hatched.
I know.
Even your grandma.
You were only 2 years old then.
And don't you forget it.
Look, Grandpa, why don't you take this picture at the studio tomorrow?
Yes, we ought to be leaving if we're going to take you to all those open house parties tonight.
We don't want to keep you up too late, you see.
Yeah, let's do this tomorrow.
Now, let's not get a burr in our blanket here. I'm just about ready to zing one.
What's that, Grandpa?
Flash powder, Jack.
Hey?
I say you're using flash powder.
Well, of course I am. Time exposure would take forever. Boy calls himself a photographer. Doesn't know nothing about flash powder.
Well, I know you're using an awful lot.
Well, there's 3 of you, son.
Well, there won't be long.
Hold it! I think you're gonna like this picture.
Low, Margaret, very low.
Well, coffee will help.
Can I have a long straw? I'm too tired to lift it.
How are we going to get that breakfast tray up to Grandpa?
Let's call Beacons.
Oh, you know, we shouldn't have kept him up so late last night.
We shouldn't have kept us up so late last night.
The shape we're in, you can imagine how he feels.
Poor old fellow. He's a wonderful sport, wasn't
Wasn't he great? Kept insisting he didn't want to come home.
he? Well, he'll have a lot to tell the boys around 4th and Main Street when he gets back to Joplin.
Sure had Chuck's energy. Out dancing till midnight and out basketball before breakfast.
Ooh, to be 17 again.
Well, I'd settle for 19. You know, I better call Chuck in to breakfast because he'll wake Grandpa.
Morning.
Oh, gee, thanks, Mom. I could use breakfast in bed. I'm really beat.
Oh, to be 16 again.
Well, say, you two pinna-pounders finally woke up, eh?
How long have you...
How long have you been up?
Well, all that lollygagging last night got me kind of tuckered out, so I slept in this morning. Till 6. Come on, boy. See if you can dribble past me.
No, I don't feel...
I don't think Bob feels like dribbling this morning.
Oh, what's the matter, son?
Well, I haven't had breakfast yet.
Well, come on. Little exercise will give you good appetite.
No, I haven't got...
Yes.
Just stop giving it back to me.
You better get into breakfast too, Grandpa. What would you like?
What you got?
Oh, orange juice, tomato juice, grapefruit, cantaloupe, oatmeal, cornflakes, eggs, bacon, ham, sausage, waffles, pancakes, toast, coffee, tea, milk, hot chocolate.
Top that off with a piece of apple pie and cheese and call me when it's ready.
How about you, Bob?
Yeah, well, no cheese on my pie, Margaret, just adrenaline. Josh, let's get washed up.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, say. Something standing on the front stoop.
Margaret, how long is Mr. Collins staying?
Oh, just for the holidays.
Hope I can last.
Oh, no. Grandpa, what are you doing with Chuck's body?
Rolled it down to the filling station to put some air in the basketball.
Oh?
Doggone. Couldn't get the pump out of this darn toolkit here.
Well, that's a radio.
Radio? On a bicycle?
Mm-hmm. Bob gave it to Chuck.
Well, now what are you doing about that? Wait till I tell the boys around West Virginia about this. Huffy radio bike. Well, come on, Maggie. Step on the handlebars and I'll pedal you around the block while we listen to Art Linklater. Better gives away money.
No, I have to get breakfast, Grandpa. Anyway, Bob wants you to come down to the studio so he can show you his new equipment.
New equipment. It's all I hear. Keep sending me them darn catalogs. I don't need no new equipment. When I get up this morning, I developed that picture I took last evening. Like a flock of fluttering guinea hens. Next time I'm using head clamps on you. Sniggering kids.
Yes, sir, I'll get it out today. Yes, goodbye. Oh, hi, Mary Beth.
Schultzy, the diet really worked. Look. 23 exactly.
Well, I gotta check it. You know the boss, old Hawkeye. Hey, 22 3/4.
Hallelujah, I eat tonight. I want to tell Bob.
Oh, he isn't in there. I haven't seen him all week. His holiday parties. Every hostess in town wants a good-looking single wolf to liven up her shindig.
And that's Bob.
Well, next to Santa Claus, he's the most popular man in town. The only difference is the boss makes more stops.
How does he take it?
Any other man would age 20 years just at Christmas time alone.
Well, it's going to catch up with him one of these days.
Well, I pleaded with him to take it easy this year. Margaret said he was out again last night.
One of these days, it's going to catch up with him.
Yeah, good morning, girls.
Boss, I pleaded with you.
Say, this Hollywood's a pretty little place, ain't it? Well, I tell the boys back around the Keystone Hotel I got hugged by Esther Williams.
Oh, you're the boss's grandfather?
What you doing tonight, honey?
You're the boss's grandfather.
Hey, Schultze!
That's right.
Josh Collins.
This is Mary Beth Hall, one of your grandson's favorite models.
Yeah, mine too.
Mr. Collins, I'm sorry I threw myself at you like that.
Well, it happens all the time, daughter. Us Collins boys just got it, that's all.
Is your grandson coming in today?
Yeah, well, he's going to try to make it. Say, he's got quite an emporium here, ain't he? He wanted me to come over and look over some of his new, equipment. What you doing tonight, honey?
Eating. She's been on a diet to get down to a 23-inch waist.
Yes, she overshot a little. She's 22 3/4.
You are the boss's grandfather. The new cameras are in here.
Come on in, honey. I'll snap a couple of you. Who you eating with tonight?
Welcome, stranger.
Oh, morning, Schultze. Morning.
Your grandson's in there.
Oh, yeah. The Joplin Flash.
Oh, hold it, boss. I've just got to get these checks and letters mailed out today.
Oh, yeah. Has he, been looking over the stuff?
He hasn't stopped. Well, that stereo three-dimension camera fascinated him, too.
Oh, good.
I got to get some stamps, boss. I'll be right back.
Grandpa, I'll be with you in a minute.
Yeah, take your time, sonny boy. Ever been to Joplin? Yeah, fine city. Gateway to the Ozarks.
I understand you like the three-dimensional model.
Yes, sir. She's a pippin'.
How would you like to take it back to Joplin with you? Comes equipped with a nice case, you know. You like pigskin or calfskin?
Well, I tell you, son, the skin she's in ain't bad.
All right, just sling it over your shoulder if you want to and take it along.
Grandpa, put me down, and I mean it. Bob Jones put me down.
Grandpa! Put her down! What in the world? Maybe. What's this all of... Grandpa!
And don't you forget it.
Mom, where's my tennis racket?
Oh, I'm afraid Grandfather Collins borrowed it.
Yeah, my radio bike's missing, too.
Well, he's listening to Art Linkletter while riding over to the tennis courts.
Hey, Mom, is he for real?
Hmm?
What a guy.
Well, he's old, you know, and he likes to get out in the California sun.
He likes to get out after the sun goes down, too.
What?
He asked me to double date with him tonight. He said I had Uncle Bob's bathing beauties lined up.
For heaven's sake. You know, we've got to do something to slow him down, or he'll collapse before we ever... Schultze? Can I speak to Bob, please? Oh, no.
Smile right on. Let your hands up. Move this just... That's it. Get this adjusted.
I'm not mad, Bob. He's such a sweet old thing. It's just that it was such a surprise to me, that's all.
To you, maybe, not to me. He and Charles Coburn would make a great team.
Boss, Margaret's on the phone.
Thanks, Schultze. Hi, sis. What? Really? Well, Margaret, it's funny. Yes, I happen to know just who he has in mind. Margaret, look, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Honey, I'll take care of it. Okay. Bye-bye. Mary Beth, how would you like to make the rounds of some parties with me tonight?
Oh, Bob, that would be wonderful.
It's been a long time, hasn't it, honey?
An eternity. But tonight I live. Ham, chicken, turkey, fruitcake.
Mary Beth, wait a minute. You'll be right back to a 25 waistline again.
But, Bob, it's Christmas.
You want to spend New Year's in the steam cabinet?
Throw enough clams in with me and it's a deal.
Honey, tonight I'm going to make you forget all about food.
Wonderful. Because all I can think about is turkey and dressing and mashed potatoes and gravy and pumpkin pie with whipped cream and plum pudding and brandy fruitcake. Ice cream and roast beef.
Well, hi there, Maggie.
Hi, Grandpa. How'd you do?
Well, did pretty good until all them young fellas got tired. Say, wonder if you'd mind fixing me a snack. I'm as hungry as a wolf.
Oh, dinner'll be ready pretty soon.
No, I ain't gonna be here for dinner. I'm getting me a date with one of Bobby's bathing beauties. Yeah, still busy. Well, I can understand why she's busy, all right.
Grandpa, you know, when people get old, they've got to start taking it easy and get lots of rest.
Yeah. Them's my sentiments, too, Maggie. That's what I'm gonna do. When I get old.
Oh, to be 75 again. Oh, I was just calling you. Listen, Bob, Grandpa insists he's going to have a date tonight.
Well, that's right, he is.
Well, he should stay home tonight.
Margaret, I am fixing him up with a date that likes to spend a quiet evening sitting by the fire.
Oh, you know that answers that description. Mrs. Taylor? Oh, you mean that little lady with the what? Listen, she's too quiet for Grandpa. All she wants to do is play checkers. He'll never ask her for a date.
No?
If he does, I'll eat my hat.
Hello, Mrs. Taylor? Mrs. Taylor, this is Bob Collins calling. Oh, yes, thank you. Fine. Say, Mrs. Taylor, my grandpa is visiting here from Joplin, Missouri, and he'd very much like to talk to you.
He would not.
Well, howdy there, Mrs. Taylor. This is Josh Collins calling. Say, I've been admiring you as I pedal by on my wheel. Yeah, you're a pretty little thing. Well, thank you. Say, how about coming over this evening and getting a little better acquainted? Some enchanted evening. Who may see you, stranger? Well, we can play some checkers, maybe. Pull a little taffy and brew up some sassafras tea.
Oh, that sounds just delightful.
Sounds pretty square to me. Party line, blubbermouth. Some enchanted evening. You will see a stranger. Bye-bye.
All right, Smarty. You got him a date. Now, how are you going to make him keep it?
Well, it's extremely simple. We simply tell him his date will be here at 7:30. We're gone. He's stuck with a dull evening, but a longer life. Try it with cream sauce.
Ah, madame.
Oh, thank you, monsieur. Now that that's over with, where's your Uncle Bob?
Oh, he left about a half hour ago to pick up his date.
Oh, good.
Boy, you gotta hand it to him, Mom. He sure outsmarted Grandpa.
I'm glad he did. Grandpa really needs a quiet evening at home.
I'll get it. Oh, hello, Mrs. Taylor.
Evening, Charles. Mrs. Taylor, how nice to see you. I just know you're going to like Grandfather Collins.
Well, if he can play checkers, we'll get along just dandy.
Well, won't you come in and sit down?
Thank you.
Chuck, will you tell Grandfather Collins that Mrs. Taylor's here?
Yes, Mom. Hey, Gramps! Your date's on deck!
Well, he'll be right down. Now, you just make yourself comfortable and have a lovely evening.
Thank you.
We thought this table would be nice for your checkerboard.
Oh, yes, this is fine.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess Chuck and I'll be running along then. Good night.
Good night, dear. From enchanted evening, you may see a stranger.
Just fix it, honey. Oh, Mary Beth, I just remembered something. Why don't you wait in the car? Just play the radio. I'll be a second. Just a second. No, I never heard that one before. Well, I can't understand where he is. He may have dozed off. I'll go up and get him.
Sprightly there. So you're of a blind date, huh?
Oh.
Sorry it was tardy. I had to pick up these cherry centers.
Oh, Mr. Collins, I'm not your date. I'm going out with Bob.
This is... Oh, no, that young party pooper will never make it tonight. Oh, he's plumb tuckered out, you know.
What?
Yeah, what the boy needs is a quiet evening at home. He ain't used to following me around, you see.
But we had a dinner date tonight. He was going to take me out for a spinach burger.
Spinach burger? Say, I'll have to loan him a couple of bucks. I thought he was doing pretty well. Honey, you better stick with me. I'll show you a real feed. Fried chicken, roast beef, mashed potatoes, gravy, all the trimmings. Yeah. These cherry centers ought to hold you till we get there. I tell you what. You'll take Bobby's auto. Make sure he don't do no gallivanting tonight.
That's funny. Nobody upstairs.
I just heard somebody out there.
Didn't sound like a basketball, did it?
Huh?
No. I'll get him. He's somewhere. Grandpa? Your move, Mrs. Taylor.
Shall we make it the best 8 out of 50?
Might as well, yes. Enchanted evening.
You may see a stranger.
You may see a stranger
across
a crowded room. And night after
Hall was played by Gloria Marshall and Mrs. Taylor by Mary Young. The part of Grandpa was played by the Pride of Joplin, Missouri. Furs by Title Bond. This is Bill Baldwin speaking.